Hi, this is ronMctube playing Hunter Call of Wild on PC. Today we're taking part in the open beta, which runs from today until the 27th of January, which is Monday. In this open beta on Call of Wild, we're going to have Animal Scoring 2.0 and TruWATERBUFFALO, along with fixes and tweaks. And the scoring system is a big change to Call of Wild. We will go over that in a minute. But anyone that wants to take part in this open beta is on PC only at the minute. So sorry console people, but that's just how it is and how it works. But we're just going to discuss some of the things. We're on Parque Fernando. I've opened up a couple of lodges and I'm just showing you where it's really good for water buffalo. Now, TruWATERBUFFALO, the TruRACS system, is going to be interesting to see in action. I did catch some of the Expansive Worlds live stream the other day and they did look great, but one thing I did notice was some of the animals was like level 6 on the buffaloes, the water buffaloes, and they look huge. So it's going to be interesting to shoot some of these myself and see what the scoring changes are like. Now I'm just showing you where I'm going at the moment because it's very good, and what guns we're going to be using for the TruRACS water buffalo. We're going to be using the King 470B Zenith, full metal jacket bullets, and the Marksman exact reflex sight. It's a very good gun, it's very powerful. It knocks water buffalo flying and it will kill them quickly, but the short range ability of it, you might want to carry something like a 338 or something over it for distance shots, but close up this is a monster. Under 150 meters you can shoot them twice and you'll be good, and that's what you want to do. But sometimes the water buffalo, especially big ones, they will scarper, so you just got to be careful once you get in range. 150 to 200 meters and then just crouch walk. What I'm doing now is, it might look a little bit reckless, but we're going to run up the hill until I get like a warning call from the water buffalo, and then we'll crouch walk and take it slower. So there's lots of new things in this open beta. We've got TruRACS for water buffalo, we've got the introduction of Animal Scoring 2.0, got an overhaul of the black bear and grizzly bear animations, which will be interesting. I might get, if I get time, I will try and have a look at the bear animations because that does seem interesting. But at the minute, water buffalo are our main focus. Let's talk about Animal Scoring 2.0 and how it works. One of the biggest changes with the new animal scoring system is the integrity has been replaced with a system of classes. Every species has been assigned an animal class, and ammunition is now permitted for a specific range of classes. For example, white-tailed deer is a class 4 animal, European bison is a class 9 animal. A 243 ammunition is allowed for classes 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Therefore, 243 ammo can be used to hunt white-tailed deer but not European bison. I hope that's clear. There is a chart on the Steam forums. I will link it in this video so you can take a look down it and just let your brain digest how it works. So if you look at the diagram on it, it paints a nice picture of how the ammunition stacks up and the different classes of animals and how it works. In the second image, it shows you what animals fall into what class, but all this animal can be found via the UI in-game, so there's no need to turn it off by heart. But it's going to take your brain a little while to digest it. I looks at it like a boz-eyed, like what's going off for a start. But once you have a quick look at the images, work out what works for what. It take a little time to work out in game and learn it, but obviously it's in game now, which is one of my arguments. Always said the game should explain more about things, and they are making that happen. So that's good. That's really good. It makes it easy to understand what to use for what animal. Right, we're getting really close to the water buffalo now. Can we get a true water buffalo? The name's been really awkward when I'm trying to work it out. TruFalo, some people saying true water buffalo, but now we're coming up with it now. Actually like TruFalo, but then you might kind of get mixed with TruFalo maybe, I don't know, but it definitely did sound good. Or it looks good in wording, I should say. Right, this lake is really good for water buffalo. You also get pumas here, but pumas can be a nuisance to water buffalo. and it will agitate them, and they will often start scarping around. So I don't want them at the minute because they're quite calm and they're just by the lake. So I'm hoping we can spot a really big one. It's going to be interesting now they've raised the caps and scores and changed things. What animals and what levels are going to be classed as diamonds and certain tiers, you know what I mean, like gold, silvers and such. Because I did see in the live stream the other day that there was a 6 and it looked huge. It did look absolutely massive, and I thought that's probably a mythical or something, and it was a 6. I was like, what? So it's definitely going to make a big change to certain animals, the TruRACS system and the animal scoring system. Right, let's have a look. Some ducks overhead, and they're only small ones. They're not what I'm after. I'd like a really good one. I don't expect a diamond, but something like a level 8. Mythicals in water buffalo, Cape buffaloes, things like that, they're not that uncommon normally, because you get a big group of 20-30. When you find them, there is often a mythical amongst them. So that's what I'm going to try and aim for. And if I get a legendary, well, it's just lucky days, isn't it? But it'd be nice to see what an 8 scores, for example, because I want to see if how the scoring's changed. Do you get more? Do you get less? It will be interesting. What I'm hoping isn't happened, or hasn't happened I should say, is diamonds become easier. I think a lot of longevity is in the game when trophy animals aren't too common. So I don't think making them easy or making the scoring lower, that could harm that actually if it's too easy, because it means everyone's going to get them and they're not going to be so special. So that's going to be interesting. But on the other hand, if the scoring goes up higher for say a diamond, which is been suggested, then there's going to be like lower tier diamonds, middle, and then like roof diamonds. So that is going to be interesting, like I say. So it probably will just change if it is that way, where it's like, oh, that's a massive diamond versus like a lower one. But look at these I like these smaller ones have got really big horns now. Definitely has made a difference to this from what I can see already. There's a mythical, that's what we're after. There's a big group up there. Like I say, this is a very good area for water buffalo. It's probably the easiest one that's close. Just behind me there is a lookout point where I've got a tower, and below there is water buffalo regular at 11 AM. I am hunting at 11. It's a really good time for a lot of these ponds, waters, rivers when you're hunting. But the biggest one I'm after, what I can see up to yet, is on my left, and he's quite a way back. Now we might get attacked, which I don't really want to do, because that means I'm going to have to shoot one of these to get to the mythical one to see what it actually scores. But I am really, I'm like chomping at the bit, because I want to see what this mythical will score. I want to know if it's going to be lower or higher. And that's starting to scarp out. And we've only been crouch walking, so kind of surprised by that. I don't think they've changed anything like spooky wise, but you never know. There is lots of changes. It says there's bug fixes as well, which everyone always wants with Call of the Wild, and it looks like there has been quite a few bug fixes included. I'm sure we'll get more specific data and wording as the actual patch releases. Remember, this is an open beta, so you might see some weird stuff. It's not a live build, it's just to try out the TruRACS and try and find bugs. That's actually helpful, what we're doing by testing this out, and that's the reason why they do it, so they can get it right for when it's released. When it's released I don't know, but we just know it's on from today until the 27th, which is Monday. You can take part in the open beta. When you've done with the open beta, you can just roll back, opt out, and then you'll go back to your normal live game. Lots of black books. Typical, isn't it? Not hunting them. There's a 5. Could be a diamond black book, but that's not on the menu today. We're not after those. But as you can see, this is a really good lake. Black book, puma, red deers. It is a really good lake. So check this out. Right at the bottom of the map on Parque Fernando. what happens is the water buffalo either go up the left here and up towards that mountain, or they go right and do the same sort of thing. But they will come back round to you eventually, but if you spook them, they will go up this mountain, and you best be ready for a long journey, because once you start going, you're going to be tracking them for a long time, and if you go near them again, you'll probably spook them again. So you don't really want to spook them if you can help it. Sometimes you can initiate charges, and that's good if it's the one you want comes towards you, but if he runs away and then you get the smaller ones, which is often what happens, you're in for a long tracking again, and you'll be pulling your hair out trying to get close to it again. There are also medals awarded based on the trophy rating of the harvest animal and result of the harvest check. A set of 3 conditions you need to meet when shooting an animal. Failing to do so will result in a reduced medal rank. The trophy rating is entirely dependent on the trophy of the animal, horns, antlers, weight, and the scoring method is unique to each individual species. If you look at the animal classes diagram, you can see the minimum score required to achieve a given medal for each species. So look at the diagram in the link provided in my video, and you will get the gist of it once you've digested the information. It is pretty clear. It will be in game as well, so you don't have to learn everything off by heart, but it's just going to take a few minutes just to understand what's going off. But it's just a new change, same with anything, it's just a case of learning things new. Here is our mythical water buffalo. Will we get close to him? Will he run away? We'll soon see. So have a good read through the Steam link, see what's needed to get in the beta. It's all explained in there, how you get in, how you opt in, what to do about your saves. Don't worry about your saves, but if you're not sure, and I always do this and I always recommend this, back up your save. If you don't know how to do this, go to My Documents on PC. It's an Avalanche Studios folder. Just save that, right click, save it, and copy and paste it somewhere. And then if anything does go wrong, it shouldn't go wrong, but if anything does go wrong, you've got your game backed up. It's always good to do that. I always do it after every session. I will save my backup, and it's very useful. When you've done with the beta, you can just opt out of it and you will go back to your live save, so don't worry about that. When you start the beta, what you have to do is you start as a new player, so it will be a new game. So you enter, start a new game, and then what you need to do is you have to opt into the hunting club beta, and when you do that, you get loads of money and XP. Now if you do it at the start and it doesn't give you the XP, just go to the options, check it again, the hunt club beta, and just see if you're logged in. Sometimes it will say you're logged out even when you're logged in. So what you do is you go back out, then back in, and say logged in. Then when you come back to your game again, after coming out that option menu, it will start to trigger the rewards, and then you just go in and collect them, and you should be level 60 then, and have, I think it's 200,000 of cash to spend, which means you can get some guns and items and stuff to take part in the beta. You will be high enough level as well to get the 470 to hunt the water buffalo, or some of the higher end guns which you need to kill the big animals. And while I've been gabbing away, the mythical water buffalo has seen me and it's run off. So I'm hoping it hasn't gone far. We do know there's a large group over here. Sometimes if you don't shoot at him, they will just generally come back. What are you doing? Go away. If you look at the bug fixes in the changelog right at the bottom of the link, there is lots of bug fixes. I think there's about 20, so, and there's some really good ones. So that will please a lot of people. A lot of people do comment about bug fixes, and it's nice to see they are being worked on. Right, can we get next to this water buffalo, the mythical we're after? I hope so. There's lots of smaller ones about, but we want the big one, so I want to see what it scores like. Come on. I'm hoping it comes back this way, because the others have just started to come back this way. They're not spooked, so I'm hoping the big one comes. Come here. Gonna shoot. Did we get it? Oh my, we've got to make sure we get this. This is gonna be awkward. Get out of the way, you. That was definitely a hit. That was definitely a hit. That should be dead. Get away! I want the big one. Yeah, it's down, it's down. Massive steering. Shoot it as well. I'm not bothered about that one. Got the big one. The other one's down as well. Just shows you how powerful this is. So you've got to make sure you hit them first. I can't see any really big ones amongst them, but we're going to take the biggest one first, see what it scores. This is a mythical, a level 8 normally. Let's see what animal scoring 2.0 brings, and that's, you seen that? That's a diamond, and that's a mythical. That is a big change. That is going to make a big change to the game, trophy wise especially. A diamond, I'm actually quite stunned at that. That wouldn't make a diamond. A level 8 normally wouldn't make a diamond, but here we go, look. A mythical, and it is a diamond. Just going to let that digest a minute. That is quite a big change. What do you think about that? Drop that in the comments. Do you think mythical should be a diamond? Do you think that's not right? What's your opinion on it? Drop it in the comments. It'll be fun for people who probably struggle at getting diamonds, and maybe that's why it's been done, that you can just get slightly lower than, say, like the max level, but still get a lower diamond. The thing is, you're obviously going to have the higher tier diamonds as well, so will that affect how people perceive diamond trophies? I'm not sure. Drop in the comments what you think about it. I'm just going to have a look at this session score. Look, you've got the medal, the harvest check, quick kill bonus, species difficulty, you've got cash, XP, harvest check. Let's have a look at the TruRACS true score evaluation, how it works. We've got A, B, C, D and E for the total true score evaluation. We've got the horn length, so left and right 63.43, right is 64.43, so the right one is obviously longer. It's quite hard to tell in that because it's at an angle with its head and its body, but the right one is longer. Overall spread 82. The diameter of the base is 24. A little bit of difference there. They're the same on the diameter of the first third and the diameter of the second third, and they're identical. So there is some difference, but not too much on that. But the antlers, you can definitely tell the difference when you're looking at them, when you see them close up. It seems like they're a bit more detailed, and you can tell by the curves. And so, like I say, some of the lower class ones look huge. You can get 6s which score gold now. So yeah, it's definitely a big change. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like on other animals as well. We need to do some hunting with that, and more hunting on different species to really evaluate the system of animal scoring 2.0. But today we're doing water buffalo, so we're looking at this only. But yeah, that's definitely interesting. Like I say, a mythical making a diamond is definitely an eye-opener. Right, let's collect this one. This was just a casualty of the war as he ran by. That's a 5. Session score 550. The harvest check. Got the cash and the XP, and that's a silver. But like I say, I did shoot a 6 earlier, and he looked huge. I was like, how's that a 6? Some of them you'll see like that, you'll be like, how is that a 6? It looked like a legendary, honestly. But its horns wasn't as thick, and that was a gold, and I was really surprised for a 6 being a gold, and how big it looked. He actually scored 9.3, I think it was 9.32, so it wasn't far off 9.50. I mean, 9 of the old diamond scale, and that was on a 6. So possibly, I doubt it, but possibly a big monster 7 might come close to the old 9.50. I don't think it will make it. I bet it definitely goes into like the 940s. Like I say, we've just got that 8, and that is just scraped over diamonds, so it's like 957 to 960. I don't know where I'm working it out or seeing mathematically, but that's what it will be. We can see that in the trophy lodge as well. But yeah, that's definitely an eye-opener. And look, there's a troll, possibly diamond black buck, just rolling in because he knows I haven't got 243 on. I've only got guns for the water buffalo on. He's just like, look, just rolling in between them all. Look, you can't shoot me. So we're at Sasiki Safari Trophy Lodge. We're going to take a look at our true water buffalo, our diamond mythical true water buffalo. TruRACS for water buffalo is here, and it's the open beta. I hope you enjoyed the video. Animal scoring 2.0 and true water buffalo covered. I'm ronMctube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to see anything, drop it in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.